Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? I may have to exit off and come back on. Okay. Hey, Visha, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me now? I don't know what happened, y'all. Listen, our declaration, God didn't give you that fear. Come on. God didn't give you that fear. I need somebody to just simply type that in on the screen. I heard it so loud and clear on this morning. God did not. Hey, Miss Allen, God ain't give you that fear. Come on. Some of y'all woke up this morning feeling a little bit antsy, feeling a little bit anxious. Come on. And God is just simply saying, I didn't give you that spirit of fear. I had a moment today, and I'll just kind of share where this revelation came from. But last night I noticed, y'all, this is going to trip some of y'all out. A little small lizard got into my house. If any of y'all know me, you know, listen, the last time I had an incident with a lizard, it was in the old apartment. And I ended up, listen, I was so scared. I thought the lizard jumped on me, y'all. I came out of all my clothes on the balcony. I said, Lord, I'm just grateful it was nighttime and couldn't nobody see me. Listen, a very small lizard, and hug or something, because I saw Sweetie. Sweetie's like the hunter of the group. If it's alive, if it's an animal, Sweetie is in kill zone. She gonna find it. Listen, she gonna find it. And so, I go over there and I look at it, y'all, and it's a little small lizard. It's still in the house somewhere behind the sofa. Listen, y'all, it's tiny. It ain't even that big. It's tiny. It's a tiny one. And I'm just like, Lord. So, I woke up this morning. I slept really well. Listen, this morning I found myself a little bit on pins and needles. I mean, y'all, I'm tiptoeing around the house in the living room. I'm scared to look behind the sofa again because I'm like, Lord, what if it jump on me? Y'all, I'm just terrified. And sometimes when you get afraid, you feel a little bit antsy. It can make you feel like you are on pins and needles. Sometimes it happens when God is leading us. Sometimes circumstances bring that out. Sometimes it revolves around different things, that we are, believing God for. I pray that I'm making sense, right? And so this morning, I'm eating my breakfast. I'm back on my diet. I said, God, 2 weeks off is enough time. And so I got back on my plan, and I was having a moment where I'm just sitting there. I dare not sit on the sofa. Y'all can't know. I said, Lord, I'm not sitting on that sofa, because if it crawl on me, I'm going to lose my marbles. I'm going to lose it. I'm tearing everything up. That was how I felt. And so I'm sitting at the bar, just still antsy, just still on edge. And in that moment, I heard the Lord say this. He said, I didn't give you that fear that you're feeling. Yeah. I'm going somewhere with this. As I'm sitting there trying to eat my food, looking around, if y'all were a fly on the wall, y'all be laughing at me, right? But as I'm sitting there, antsy, anxious, afraid, the Lord tells me, he said, I didn't give you that fear. And he said, a lot of times this is what the enemy does. And I'm going to be real. The entire time God was saying, you're not going to see it. After last night, he said, you're not going to see it anymore. Get the maintenance man to help you, because sorry, y'all, but I have something that they need to fix in my house. So the Lord was telling me, he said, you're not going to see it again, right? It's like sometimes when you're in fear, you can hear what God is saying, and even God told me that thing is more afraid of you than you are of it. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine, right? And so in the moment of God telling me, I didn't give you that fear, he said a lot of times in situations, that is what the devil does. You can hear what I'm saying. You can know exactly what road I want you to take, exactly what move I want you to make. You can know exactly what promise I have spoken over your life. But the Lord says when fear enters in, it's almost as if what God says goes in one ear and out the other. I'm going to say it again. The Lord told me, he said, that is what the devil does. He said, that's what the devil does. Yeah. He wants you on pin and needles concerning whatever it is. Maybe it's a financial thing, right? Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a new season. Maybe you're afraid of pursuing something. Does, because when you are timid, right, when you are on pins and needles, not only are you hesitant on doing the things that God does, but you're so focused with the winds and waves that you ain't even focused on the voice of God. You ain't even focused on what God needs you to do. And so he said, tell my people to come on. I didn't give them that fear. I'm gonna say it again. He said, tell my people I didn't give them that fear. And if there was ever a season, right, for them to hear my voice, right, and for it not to go in one ear and out the other, if there was ever a time for them to be at peace and to be of a sound mind, that time is now. I don't know who needs to hear it, but God wants me to tell you, listen, he didn't give you that fear. So listen, you better say a prayer. Listen, speak the word over your life, because he gave us power, love, and a sound mind. In this season, that's our greatest weapon to defeat the enemy. Apart from prayer, apart from faith, apart from obedience. And here's the thing, when you're in fear, when you're operating in that spirit of timidity, it makes it hard for you to trust God. It makes it hard for you to obey God. It stagnates you. And what God is simply saying is, he didn't give you that fear. So today, let today be a day. Let this week, let the rest of this month, the rest of this year, the rest of your life, be a season where you are committed to operating from a place of having a sound mind. I don't know who this is for, but God says to tell you, he didn't give you that fear. Fear is your greatest distraction in this season. Yeah. Fear is the greatest tactic that the enemy uses. Fear will keep you out of the will of God. Fear will make you delay movement on what God has in store for you. I just came here today to tell y'all, listen, God ain't give you that fear, so let it go. I need somebody to type that in. God didn't give you that fear, so let it go. He says, I need to say it one more time. God didn't give you that fear, so let it go. And when God put it to me like that, it's like I was good. And again, this revelation just came from something that God knows I don't like lizards. And it's a little baby lizard. And I was just almost a panic attack. Like, Lord, how am I going to get this thing out my house? Listen, I'm like, if it was out in the open, I'd just let Sweetie have it. I ain't lying. Yeah. And God told me this morning, as I'm just sitting there frantic, almost too scared to eat my food, the Lord said, listen, I didn't give you that fear. Come on. I ain't give you that fear. And I knew what he was saying is move forward. Even like looking at it, I could hear what God was saying. It's not going to bother you. You're not going to see it again. Just ask the maintenance man to get it out, and let it go. Yeah. I don't want to say hi to that thing. I ain't lying. God didn't give you that fear. So whatever it is that you need to get done today, get it done. Whatever it is that you need to be doing to get that fear out of your system, do it. Because fear every single time is going to block you from hearing what God is saying. It's going to keep you from being able to receive what God is saying about your life, about the things that he needs you to pursue in this season. And that's the word. He ain't give you that fear. So let it go. Old Mississippi country lizard. Listen, it was a baby lizard. It was tiny. It was tiny. It was maybe that big. Not even the whole length of my pinky. It was a small one. Yeah. He ain't give you that fear. So let it go. Listen, there are some of y'all that may feel led to sow. The links are there. And the seed title is Have No Fear. That is the seed title, a seed that you're sowing into this season of your life, saying, God, I'm not going to let fear keep me out of the promise. I'm not going to let fear keep me out of obedience or keep me out of faith. It's just your seed to just continue moving on and moving forward in life. And so that is it, man. I want to encourage you guys to join me over at 9:30 on TikTok. We will be going live at 9:30 this morning, which is in about 25 minutes. And so that is it, y'all. As I always tell y'all, I love y'all. I am rooting for you. Again, the seed title is Have No Fear. You sow whatever God leads. But that is it, y'all. And so until next time, y'all. Peace. At least it wasn't. I could deal with a waltz. I listen to Tasha. I could deal with a waltz. I don't know. I don't like lizards. I don't like lizards. I don't like frogs. I don't like none of that. Y'all, I don't like none of that. Do y'all hear me? I can deal with a wasp because all I gotta do is spray it. Spray it with bleach. That's all I gotta do with a wasp. Baby, I don't like lizards. I don't like stuff that crawl. I don't like stuff that looks slimy. I don't like none of that. I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And y'all see, I am not flying. Never will be a fan. But listen, y'all, I'm done. We don't have scorpions here in Mississippi. Yeah, we don't have them here. But listen, y'all, I love y'all. I'm rude.